All right, here we go. Hey, you guys, this is Shayna Anderson. For those of you that don't know me, I am the founder of Team Ignite. I'm one of Jesse's personally sponsored coaches. Many of you know me through the Coach Basics group. So I just wanted to do a quick training tonight. A lot of you are on fire and, signing new coaches onto your team, but so many of you are new yourselves. And so I wanted to go over some of the basics of getting new coaches started right, because that's such an important part of your business. You find these people that are super excited to join you and join the coaching opportunity, but then you don't get them started right and they lose momentum and kind of fall off the radar. So we'd like to prevent that from happening. We want everybody to get off to a great start and be able to reach their goals that they originally had when they got excited about the business opportunity. So I just kind of wanted to share my process with you. This comes from just duplicating what was done for me when I was brought into the business and, learning from my upline coach, Jesse. Many of you are learning from the way that you are being brought into the business, the way that your upline coach, whether it's me or somebody else, treated you when you came into the business, the steps that they took. And this business is all about duplication. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. Do the exact same things that your upline coach has done for you when you bring in a new coach, and it's just, it just keeps going and going. So there are systems in place on this team. There's no need for you to, branch off and do anything yourself. You can if you want to, but I find that anytime I'm not plugged into the team, I lose steam. So I don't recommend doing that. You may feel that you're ready to super early, and I actually made that mistake and I totally lost steam in my business. And then when I came back and was re-engaged with training groups, the momentum started rolling again. So I just highly recommend staying plugged in with the team as much as you can and taking advantage of the systems that are already in place until your team is so big that it's taking over, Jesse's training groups or my training groups or, whichever one you're in. And then, you have a reason to create your own. So the first thing I do, I just want to show you guys really quick. Let me share my screen. Hang on just one second. Over here, this is, the front page of my online office. Over here on the bottom left, you're going to see under your alerts, I have 6 new customers. So every morning when I check my back office, this is the first place I go. And I want to see if I have any new names since the last time I checked it. Okay, so people that are under customer source, if it says my site, chances are I know those people because I sent them the enrollment through the Coach mobile app. Or there's somebody I know that just went to my website, they asked me for my Coach ID, whatever. So I do know these 3 people. Once I see their order go through, I send them a welcome email, every single person. And I'm going to get to that in a second. And then the same thing goes as customer program, success club program people. Those are leads that I got from Beachbody. Those are free leads. Customer program people are people that just created a free account and want access to Beachbody on demand or a free coach. Success club program is somebody that actually purchased something. So I go in here, I click on their customer ID. Let me see if I can do it really quick. Click, pull up their orders. This is a free account, so there's no order yet. But if they had ordered something, it would be in here, and you can see what they order. That way you can personalize the email that you send out to them or the text message. And I use both forms of communication, and that's a whole nother set of training to talk about how to reach out to leads, but make contact right away, even if you're in conversation with them via Facebook or something, and it's someone that you know. So what I do, if it's a customer, I send them a welcome email. For my team, I do have a copy of the email that I send out in the files section of our team page. And if you're not on my team, your upline coach or their upline coach, if whatever team page you're on, probably has one. If not, ask. They all have one that they send out, so I'm sure they'd be willing to share it with you. But I have a welcome email that they send, or that I send them, and I just remind them what's included with their purchase. Chances are they bought a challenge pack, so I like to review what they get with the purchase of their challenge pack. They get access to Beachbody on demand for 30 days. After that, it is going to be charged, they are going to be charged $40 every 3 months. And if they decide that they don't want to continue using that, all they have to do is email customer service at teambeachbody.com to turn that off. Their second bag of Shakeology is going to ship out in 30 days. I will check in with them. I remind them I will check in with them before that happens to see how they're feeling, how they're doing, if they want to switch flavors, etc. So there are no surprises on their credit cards. And I do. When I see that order go through, I go straight to my planner, flip forward about 3 weeks, and then I put a note to myself, check in with Christine, check in with Cheryl, whatever their name is. And then I do that on that day. I see it in my planner and I send them a message. Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to check in with you and remind you your next bag of Shakeology is coming in about a week. Would you like to switch flavors? That's what I ask them. They may say, you know what? I need to turn it off for a month. I don't like it. I love it. Yes, let's try a different flavor, whatever the case may be. But that way they've been reminded. There are no surprises. And if they are going to order a second bag, if they aren't already signed up for the coach discount, I remind them that they have that option to switch over. That way they can save money going forward. It's kind of silly to spend extra money when they don't have to. And sometimes people look, they're like, what's in it for you? They think, the whole pyramid scheme, I get something out of them becoming a coach. And you can even remind them, I actually lose money by you becoming a coach, because if someone is a discount coach on your team, you no longer make commission on their Shakeology. You get the volume that goes toward your team cycle bonus. And if you're in this for the long haul, you are going to make way more money on team cycle bonus than you ever would in retail commission. So it's totally fine. You are not losing out. But I tell people that. I'm like, hey, I actually lose commission by you getting a discount. I'm extending my discount to you. So there's no room for the company to give me my commission. I'm just trying to save you money. And so people see it as, a win situation for them. They jump on board. I have literally never had anybody push back when I explain it that way. So that's an option to help fill your ranks to get you, to diamond. And then, so let's switch over to coaches now. When you have a new coach sign up, even if they are just a discount coach, I treat all coaches exactly the same, because you never know who's going to be interested in the business at some point. So what I do is I send them a different email. I send them a welcome email. It does include the same information about their challenge pack purchase, because everybody likes to be reminded. It's in writing. You've covered your butt, even though you should have talked about all of that in conversation before they purchased their challenge pack. But I include all the same information. And then at the end of the email, I include a link to a YouTube video that I've made. And for my team, I've made it so that, you can use it because you're on my team, and I talk about them contacting their upline sponsor, or you can make your own. But it's a video that talks about the 3 different kinds of coaches we have on our team. One, they're either a discount coach, and I explain that. They can be a hobby coach and learn how to, do the Refer 3, Get Yours Free program. I touch a little bit on that. And then there's the business building option. And then once I explain all of those, after I include that link in the email, I say, email me back or message me on Facebook, whichever one they want to do. Let me know what kind of coach you see yourself as. And then I include a link to our team page. That way, then you get into the whole work with the willing thing. And I highly recommend having this mentality very early on. Jessie told me this from day one. I didn't believe her. I chased after people. Sometimes you want this more for people than they want it for themselves. But just work with the willing. Give them the link to the team page. It's up to them if they want to be included. So if they request access, great, we'll approve them. If not, they get treated like a challenger, and that's totally fine. And then if they never email me back telling me what kind of coach they see themselves as, I assume they're a discount coach and like a challenger going forward, and that's it. If they email me back saying they're a hobby coach or a business builder, awesome, let's get them some training. So I email them back. I say, let's schedule your GSR call, your Getting Started Right call. We schedule a time to get that done, and then when we schedule that, I send them a couple of videos to watch before we have that call. Those videos are, the tour of the Coach Online Office, which you can find in the training section, or you can find on the Team Beachbody YouTube channel, so that they go ahead and get their direct deposit set up and their website set up with their contact information. So that's taken care of. And then, hang on, I have my notes right here. I include a video about how we make money so that they know initially how they can make a little bit of money right off the bat to help pay for their Shakeology at a minimum, because that's always my goal for my coaches. And then if they're a business builder and they really want to get started fast, I also include a video about how we advance and rank. Michael Neiman has a very entertaining piece on that. If they're just a discount or a hobby coach, I don't worry about that because it can be a little overwhelming for some people. So I make sure that they watch that stuff first. We hop on our GSR call. On the GSR, the most important thing I like to do is, affirm and confirm with them, like, look, this is overwhelming. There is a lot of information, especially if they've taken the time to go through the back office and look at some stuff. They're like, whoa, this is so much information. I don't even know where to go first. I'm like, look, don't worry about it. I will give you information as you need it. Feel free to go out and look at stuff on your own if you want to, but our team has training set up in a specific order so that people are getting information as they need it. There's no need for a new coach to worry about what a diamond coach does. So I let them know, and then I ask them, what are your goals? If you are a hobby coach or if you're a business builder coach, what do you see this opportunity doing for you? And then let them talk. Everybody is going to want to go at a different pace. Everybody has different goals. Believe it or not everybody wants to make $1 million with Beachbody, and that's okay. Some people just want a little bit of extra fun money, and that's okay. And so you need to know each person's goals to figure out what pace they want to work at and how far they want to be pushed. Because if somebody's just looking for an extra $250 a month to go shopping and you're pushing them to be a 15-star diamond, it's not going to work out very well. So I spend time getting to know their goals, and then we talk about Success Club, because that is, that's kind of the baseline of our business. You want to be hitting Success Club every single month, and you want to set that culture for your team right away. How they achieve Success Club, why Success Club is important, and what they get out of hitting Success Club. The monthly incentives, the Success Club trip. Whatever is going on, but I touch on all of the aspects of Success Club just to really emphasize how important that is. To build a successful team, you want as many of your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club every single month as possible, especially if you're a coach that's going for elite or something like that. So we touch on Success Club, and then I talk about the value of a challenge pack, because a lot of times new coaches are hesitant because of the price objection, or they're not sure how to talk about, why people should be paying $140 for what they're getting. So I really, I emphasize what they get with a challenge pack, how to explain that when they're inviting. We talk about the various challenge packs that are really popular, because those are the ones that they're probably going to be discussing with people. And then we talk about how to start sharing without selling, sharing their own journey. Maybe they already have success with the products. Maybe they just want to share what they're doing with people and how it's making them feel along the way. So we start talking about sharing, not selling. And that's really all I cover on the GSR call. I don't get into a lot of details about how to hit Emerald or how to get to certain points of your business in the first week. If people ask about it, I'll cover it. But after those basic things have been covered, I leave it open for questions. So then I just kind of let them lead the rest of the call. It generally lasts about 45 to 60 minutes, depending on how well I know the person beforehand. If, it's a family friend or something, we're probably going to make a lot of small talk and talk about things other than Beachbody. So the call may be a little bit longer. And that's okay. So you just kind of figure it out from there. Once the GSR is done, I actually don't schedule weekly calls with my new coaches. I put up a weekly calendar on my team page through Acuity Scheduler. And it's a free website that you can use, and you can put the hours that you're available, post your calendar on your team page, let them schedule their own calls. Again, it goes with the work with the willing mentality. Don't chase after people. Let them come to you if they need you. Some people just want to take the information you gave them and run with it, and they work better on their own. And that's totally fine. It's a waste of your time and energy to be chasing after them for calls. So let them schedule calls with you when they feel like they need it. I let them know when the next Coach Basics group is coming up. It's always the first Monday of the month. And then that they will be plugged in. I'll work with them at their pace until we get to that training group. Whatever help they need from me, I let them know when my next challenge group is coming up so that they can start inviting to that if they like. And we just kind of go from there. And at that point, everybody kind of takes off in a different direction and at a different pace. So you have to, it's individualized at that point. So their first month of training is Coach Basics. Their second month of training is going to be the 3 Vital Behaviors group, where we really talk about the behaviors that are going to help those challenge pack, Success Club points, and rank come naturally without focusing on numbers and selling so much. And then the third month is the Push to Diamond group. So by the time the 3 Vital Behaviors group is over, they've been in training for 60 days. If they're not Diamond already, they're probably pretty darn close. So that last 30 days of training is, just a little push to help them get there. And then at that point, people that are going to fly are going to fly. They're going to be good. They're going to take off. People that still need a little bit of hand-holding can schedule calls with you. You can keep them plugged into the team page, and just kind of go from there. Everybody has an individual journey. So that's pretty much how I get new coaches started. It's a little bit of input from Jessie. I actually got a chance to talk to Melanie Mitra when we were in Nashville, and obviously she's fantastic at onboarding coaches, and that's where we got the idea for the 3 Vital Behaviors group in between Coach Basics and Push to Diamond. She's having a lot of success with that and did a call from my mastermind group a couple weeks ago and talked about that a little bit. So that's it. That's the process. I hope the information has helped you guys. Melissa, do you have any questions?
I'm having a hard time getting my second person to get to Emerald. I've been trying to I invited a bunch of people to the, open house, and I've been trying to hint to some people I think that would be good for it. But I'm having a heck of a time getting that, that one more to get to Emerald so I can kind of cruise on into, the next level.
Right.
And it's a little stressful because I want to get there. And I know everybody else is. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing okay with my Success Club points, or at least I did. And now I just want to get to Emerald, and I'm having an issue with that.
Yeah. So the people that you plugged into the open house, what happened after that?
Well, the one is in my challenge group now. And I think she's just kind of seeing how everything goes with how she does with 21 Day. Mm-hmm. And I think if she loves it so far. So I think if I can get through the challenge group with her, mm-hmm. I think I can probably push her into, not push, but you know what I mean? Kind of get her into being a coach. Mm-hmm. And then there's a couple people I'm trying to just get into discount coaching for the Shakeology part. Right. But I'm trying not to be on top of them, but like last night I sent a bunch of Facebook messages to my challenge group people hey, how you doing? Any questions? How things going? Stuff like that, just try to get a feel. Mm-hmm. And then I figured, next week, at the beginning of next week, I'll be so, does anybody want to learn a little bit more about the business? Yep. Something like that. So that's how I was going to approach my challenge group.
Yep. And that's a great way to do it, because a lot of your, in the beginning, it's hard to share the business opportunity because you don't have as much experience with it. And a lot of times, at this point in my business, I'm able to attract business builders because they see what the business is doing for me and my family. But in the beginning, you don't have that to share. Yeah. And so a lot of your coaches are going to come from your challenge groups. So you're going about it the exact right way. Okay. Touching base with them. I know Alicia, that's exactly what she does. She brings on her challengers as customers. And then about, a couple weeks into the challenge group, those people that are acting like coaches, posting a ton, motivating other people, answering questions, etc., she reaches out to them via private message and says, hey, look, I love what you're doing. You're super inspiring. I wanted to let you know my team is hosting a 5-day coach open house. I would love to plug you in. This is something that could be really awesome for you. At the very least, you could get your Shakeology paid for. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a girl who she just bought size. I signed her for size. She didn't do the challenge pack. And I wasn't going to push it because I think that she would be perfect for coaching because she has lost a ton of weight in the last couple of years, and she's doing running, and she's doing, weight training and all the exercise programs. And I reached out to her and I'm like, I know you haven't really done Beachbody yet, but I think this is a great thing for you if you're looking for some extra money. You're a great inspiration to me. Just think about it. And I plugged her into the open house. Now, I don't know if she actually participated in anything, but I at least sent her the link to get into it, to look around.
Yeah.
And I haven't really touched base with her since. I'm waiting to, like I said, I ordered her size for her. So I think in the next week, I'm going to touch base with her again and be like, okay, did you get size? Like, what do you think of it? What do you think about maybe, do you want to learn a little bit more about coaching, that sort of thing? But like I said, just want that one more coach to give me that like extra drive. You know what I mean?
Totally. I get it. How I got to Emerald was my husband and my mom. Yeah. My parents were drinking Shakeology, and I was like, well, I'm signing you up as a coach. Like, I didn't really give them the option. And I know, so Chelsea Davis, that's how she goes about signing up challengers. She doesn't give them the option most of the time. She's like, hey, look, I'm going to sign you up as a coach. It doesn't obligate you to anything. It just saves you money going forward. You can cancel whenever you want, or if you want to go back to paying full price, that's totally fine. But I'm going to extend my discount to you. And so, when you're shooting for Emerald or Diamond or whatever, to fill your ranks, they don't all have to be business builders. They can totally be, they're probably mostly going to be discount coaches. I've heard the 10% rule, like 1 out of every 10 coaches is actually going to do something with the business. So yeah, it'll mostly be discount coaches. So it'll come with time. I know you want to get there so bad because you're seeing other people. I know you will. You're doing the exact right things. It'll come. Keep, follow up with people that are, before they get their second bag of Shakeology and see if they want to convert over. That's usually, somebody that didn't want to do it in the beginning, they pretty much always do it before their second bag comes, because why pay extra money?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's my only thing. I mean, I got to focus on more challenge packs and getting more people involved. But like the coaching thing is the only thing that's really stressing me out right now.
Yeah. So I would focus on challengers in your challenge groups, and you'll convert from there easily. What I started doing, and I was a little apprehensive to do this in the beginning for fear of like not getting all the sales that I wanted in the Success Club points, but if you have a true belief in the product, it'll shine through in your conversations. But I make Shakeology a non-negotiable for people that are new in my challenge groups. It's a requirement. They have to get the challenge pack. Unless they're allergic to something, obviously, that's a different story. But if they're just like, oh, I don't know if I believe in, protein shakes, whatever, I drink another shake. I'm like, look, I've been drinking it every single day for a year. This is not a glorified Slim Fast. I lost my weight a long time ago, and I'm still drinking it. Here's why. For the last year, I have had 147 clients in my challenge groups. I have yet to see one person send it back because they didn't like it or it didn't work. And the difference between people that incorporate Shakeology into their nutrition and people that don't is night and day. So all I require of you is that you try it for a month to get your results off to a fast start, because that's what everybody wants, and that's what it takes to get people to stick to it. People want fast results, and that's going to get them fast results. If you want to cancel it after the first 30 days, that is all you. But to get into my challenge group, I ask that you buy a challenge pack.
Okay.
So I've started saying that, and I get very little pushback because I'm very firm in my belief in the product and why I want them to have it. And some people just need to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's something I gotta learn to do.
Yeah, no, and I didn't do it in the beginning, and I wish I had. But since I've started doing it, I don't get very much pushback at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think honestly, and that's probably what I would have talked to you about in a one-on-one call. It's just the getting coach.
Yeah.
Thing.
You'll get there. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. You're doing a great job. You hit 13 Success Club points your first month. Like, that's amazing.
I know, but that's going to make me feel so disappointed if I don't hit Success Club this month. Like, I'll be so mad.
Oh, you will. You'll totally hit it. You're on Team Cup. You guys have a push going. And look, my first month, I hit Success Club 22. My second month, I hit 7. Like, not at all. Like, Success Club 7 is nothing to turn your nose up at. But in comparison, I was like, what's wrong with me? But you're going to have ebbs and flows. Some months are going to be super easy to like hit Success Club 20 and you felt like you didn't even try. Some months it's going to be like pulling teeth to get Success Club 5. That's just the nature of the business. And good for you. July is typically a very difficult month in the fitness industry as a whole. So you did awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So
We'll
cool.
see.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. So I feel bad. I'm like the only one.
No, it's fine. This was kind of last minute because Jessie wasn't able to do her call. So I'm going to post this for everybody so they have the information. That's why I wanted to do it. If you weren't here, I was just going to talk to people through my computer screen and then post it. So it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, have a good night.
You too. Bye.